Hello, YouTube. It is time to watch something wholesome. How I met my wife on Twitch. I also just realized that this picture is Ehrenjäger. There's like IRL woman kissing Ehrenjäger. So I believe you guys recommended this to me. I'm not entirely sure anymore, but I believe this is a recommended video. Yeah, let's just get right into it.
Some of you guys know about my wife, Daniela, but for those of you who don't, she's not just my wife. She's my business partner, the
Oh my god, you know what the start of this reminded me of? The way, like his tone. You know what this reminded me of? This tone of his voice? The TikTok where everyone just did like stitches or duets or whatever the hell you called it, where the guy goes like, hello people, it is Star Wars Day, and it's also my birthday, and that means I can show you my girlfriend, and then everyone just like stitches into it with like the hands being like tied up and the police knocking on the door, and like, I don't know, the voice was just giving me that. Do you guys know which one I'm talking about? It's literally the best TikTok ever made. I'm sorry, it's just the tone reminded me.
Some of you guys know about my wife, Daniela, but for those of you who don't, she's not just
I need to find it.
Just my wife.
I need to find it to show you the tone that I mean. You're not the brain that you must have seen it.
Happy Star Wars Day, everyone. Today is also my birthday. And because it's my birthday, I get to introduce you to my girlfriend, who is amazing. Star Wars Day, everyone. Today is
this
also
one,
my
this
birthday.
one.
And Star Wars Day, everyone. Today is also my birthday.
I'm sorry, his tone just reminded me of it. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. Literally ADHD brain rot.
business partner, the CEO of Oni Studios, and a powerhouse in the industry. She's also the girl who's constantly making fun of me on Twitter. She's a big part of my life, so it's time I tell you guys how we met. It all started when I was living in my parents' house, and during that time, the only thing I was focused
No, it couldn't be. Living at your parents' house, disgraceful. Either way, if you have a partner, if you have a girlfriend, a boyfriend, whichever, a fiance, a husband, a wife, if you got a partner, chat, how did you meet? Where did you meet? I met Axion on League of Legends. I met Axion through League of Legends. In your car! Excuse you. Excuse you.
on was streaming. It was seriously the only thing that I was thinking about. It was so bad, I even started skipping my college classes to stream. But it was my dream to be a full-time streamer, and I was willing to do anything to make it happen. And at the time...
Okay, I'm curious how big he is now. He's got 10 million YouTube subscribers. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so he's substantially big. So he is big, at least on YouTube.
I was gaining a ton of traction by playing a new MMO called Elder Scrolls Online. It was
not Elder Scrolls.
so much fun, and part of the reason was because of the community around it. And so there were a lot of times where I'd get on Twitch and look for ESO streamers to see what the community was up to. And that's how I interacted with Daniela for the first time. On a random day, I was just searching for ESO streamers and happened to see her. I thought she was cute. And I went to her chat and teased her by asking her stupid ESO questions. And I mean the dumbest, most basic questions. And what's funny is when she saw my name in the chat, she immediately knew who I was. And she was like, why is this ESO pro coming to my chat and asking me these dumb questions? And I kept doing it. I would ask her a dumb question and she would comment about it or roast me. We went back and forth for a while until eventually her entire chat started clowning on me. It was
my parents play Skyrim and my dad makes Skyrim mods? Okay, that's cute.
hilarious. For them, at least.
And it didn't mean much to me at the time, but now I look back at that as the start of something that was going to change my life completely.
Because just a few weeks after that, I packed up my stuff, ran away from home, and booked a hotel to pursue streaming full time. And honestly, that was a really low point in my life. Like, I had only been...
I ran away from home too. Not to pursue streaming though. Not to pursue streaming though. Not to pursue streaming. Just to Get away from home.
Away from home for a few hours, and my family was already begging me to come back. Also, I was so worried that I'd thrown my future away because I dropped out of school, ran away from home, and my next step was so uncertain. I just needed someone to tell me that I was doing the right thing, that I wasn't wrong about taking a chance on myself. And so I turned on my stream and had a heart-to-heart with you guys. I told you how I felt and about what I was going through, and you guys encouraged me, which helped.
Yo, Twitch chat wholesome moment. Yo, chat, that's like kind of you guys, but not really like you. Yay.
A little. But I was dealing with so much self-doubt at the time that it didn't matter how encouraging the chat was, because I was having a really hard time believing that my viewers were being genuine. Like, chat was being so nice to me, but I couldn't stop thinking, well, of course they're being nice to you. They're not going to tell you to stop streaming, man. Like, they like your content. They don't want to see you quit. And so I was really conflicted about what to do, and I was frustrated that I was already second guessing myself. But what I didn't know was that Daniela had just left home as well. And when she saw my stream, she related to it and reached out and sent me a DM. I wanted to share that we're in a similar situation right now, so I know the struggle. Just wanted to say you're not alone, hope everything is well, and hope to see you streaming again soon. And if you need someone to talk to, I'll be here.
Oh god, that was quite wholesome. Okay, yeah, that's quite cute, man. Yeah, no wonder they ended up together.
And that message meant so much to me because after I'd left my parents' house, I was at an all-time low. I was sad, lonely, lost.
Man.
So the DM showed up at
What?
Time low. I was sad, lonely, lost.
What the fuck? What do you mean what? What the fuck? Is he just staying at a random dude's couch? Is that how you view us, Kitsu? What do you mean? I think you guys are nice and wholesome sometimes, but you guys are also very gremlin.
So the DM showed up at the perfect time, and it didn't come from some random person online. It came from someone who I actually knew, someone who genuinely cared about me and my future.
And Daniela said all of the perfect things. She made me feel like I wasn't alone, and she gave me someone to talk to. And that's all I really needed. And so we started talking. And during the first conversation, I vented about issues with my parents, finding an apartment, being on my own. And she gave me the encouragement that I needed. She told me that I was...
Bro, finding an apartment in this economy. Like, I don't know how many years ago this was, right? But... yeah, finding an apartment after you've just ran away from home, good luck.
doing the right thing and that I should pursue my dreams, and that was really something I needed to hear. And from that moment, I knew that this girl was special, and I couldn't wait to
Oh my
get to
god,
know
the
her
smile
more.
like...
And so we kept talking and talking and talking, message after message after message, and eventually Daniela was like, look, I like you and I think you're cute, but I don't want to waste my time. So, are you interested in pursuing a relationship?
Oh, straightforward woman. Hello. No, that's rare. That's rare. I asked Execo not to. I did that. I did the first move. I did the asking. Me. But chat, don't wait for the woman to like do the first step either. Don't wait for the perfect woman who's gonna reach out first. Don't be afraid to reach out.
This was terrifying because
Zip ties? What do you need the zip ties for?
up until this point, I had no experience with girls, no serious relationships, but I liked her and I thought it was cool that she made the first move. So obviously I said yes. And so after that, we started talking every single day. Like the moment I'd hop off stream, I'd get on FaceTime to talk to her. Before this,
FaceTime? Where's Discord? What do you mean FaceTime? What? Discord, Skype, TeamSpeak even. What do you mean FaceTime?
the only thing I was thinking about was streaming. But now I was thinking about her. So we talked almost every day for like 5 months straight. And as each month went by, we got to know each other more and more. It felt like we were in our very own romance novel, but like with a lot more gaming.
Yeah, okay. That is kind of what it feels like being in love, man. Yeah.
I don't really read romance novels. Pretty soon, I think we could both tell we had something special. But that's when Daniela dropped a bomb on me out of nowhere.
He did say this was around the time ESO came out. You are right. Oh my god, you are so right. So when did ESO come out? ESO release 2014, so it was like probably like 2015, 2016, since he was already an established ESO pro. I'm gonna say 2015-ish.
Where she said that she loved me, and I was completely caught off guard by that, and so I didn't say it back right away. And I know what you're thinking, Sypher, you didn't say it back?
You gotta be ready to say it. You gotta be ready to say it.
No, I didn't. Like, not at first. I was a scared kid, okay? I needed time to figure this out.
But I did say I love YouTube really fast to troll her. It was funny.
But eventually, I said,
What the fuck?
I love you. And after that, we figured it was time to meet in person. And at the time, Daniela was in Florida, so I flew out to meet her in Miami. And guys, I was so nervous and feeling super shy. Like, she was my very first girlfriend. And so it was a pretty intense moment for me. We spent like 20 minutes on the phone trying to find each other until Daniela finally figured out she drove to the wrong airport.
No! Oh my god. How?
It was funny, but at the same time, I kind of felt like I was being catfished. But finally, we got to meet for the first time.
And because we had spent every waking hour on the phone talking to each other about everything, being together in person felt normal.
And after the initial shock,
I will tell you one thing. First time me and Axion met, like literally like me picking him up from the airport, it's awkward. It just is. It is just awkward because, you know, a long distance relationship, yes, we like texted every day. Like after like, I don't know, like after some time passed, it was like pretty natural and shit, but like, it's awkward. I don't know how he was just like, yeah, it's just the chill. Like, how? What are you being sad about? You know it was awkward. Motherfucker coming out here from the lyrics and going sad face on me. You know it was awkward. Your mom was awkward. No, she wasn't.
Of seeing each other for the first time, we were completely comfortable with each other. By the time we left the airport, the only thing that was open was Olive Garden. And so that's where we went for our first official date. I guess those endless breadsticks came in clutch. Over the next 2 years, we traveled across the country to see each other. Sometimes in Austin, sometimes in Florida, other times at...
So they just like chose places to meet instead of just like calling the other one over to their place? Why?
Conventions like TwitchCon and PAX.
Okay, TwitchCon, PAX, that makes sense. But like, why not just visit each other at your place?
And it was always worth the trip to see her. But being in a relationship that's long distance was really hard.
Oh yeah, tell me about it, buddy.
Traveling to see her was always so tiring, and I was always so exhausted by the time I got there. And when it was time for me to leave, I didn't want to say goodbye. Like,
ah! Yeah. Bye, stubborn Marvin. Good night.
There was never enough time. And so we started talking about ways that we could spend more time together.
Let me give you a hint. It's called moving in together.
So we started talking about moving in together, which was a life-changing decision for us because we had to decide if we were going to move to Austin or if I was going to move to Florida. There was a...
Bro, move to Austin. That's not a hard decision. Florida? You don't want to live in Florida. Move to then.
A lot to talk about, but we eventually decided to get an apartment together.
Good.
And so I planned one last cross-country trip to Florida to pack.
Which place is cheaper to live? I don't know about that one, but I do know that Florida ain't it.
All of Daniela's stuff up for the move. And as I was planning the trip, I really began to think back on our relationship. And as I look back, I saw how good we were for each other. Our personalities complement each other perfectly.
Oh my God.
I'm a go with the flow type of guy, but Daniela is a planner. So when things get out of control, I can keep things calm while Daniela makes a plan to solve things. We're like yin and yang. She's my partner in crime. And the longer I reflected on this, the more I realized I wanted to marry her.
Now, I know it might seem crazy at this point, and now I'm the one speeding things up. Like,
Oh, let's go. Let's see. I want to see how he did that.
we haven't even moved in together.
Did they
and
marry yet?
It's crazy and wild, but all I'm going to say is I just knew she was the one.
And so I bought a ring and figured the trip to Florida was the perfect time for me to ask her to marry me. But my parents were
Like what?
not a fan of that idea. I think they were just concerned with the fact that I had met this girl online and it just wasn't normal to them.
Ugh, the online, bro. She's a scammer. She's a catfish. She ain't who she is.
Like, they literally wanted her to get a background check. And on top of that, there was a lot of cultural differences between our families. Like, I'm from Middle Eastern descent and Daniela is Colombian. And so my parents were just worried that we were too different. And
Oh my God, I hate this old school generation shit, man. Oh my God, just like chill. Trust your child.
that it wouldn't work out. Like, come on, guys, get with the times. I took their advice seriously, but I'd made up my mind. Because at this point, my parents kind of had a pattern of not approving of the things I wanted to do. But I pursued streaming against their will, and so I was also going to pursue Daniela. So when I got to Florida, I took Daniela to the beach because my plan was to propose to her there. I was super nervous, but I had this whole thing planned out. I took the
And then it
ring
didn't work
out
out.
of the ring box and put it in my shorts because my pockets were super small and I was afraid Daniela would see it. And while we walked on the beach, I just waited for the right moment to propose. And just as I was about to do it, Daniela was like, let's get into the water. But I was freaking out because I had the ring in my pocket and I didn't want to lose it. Nah, the water is cold. Let's go, it'll be fun. And then she started dragging me into the water.
No, please don't lose the ring. Please don't lose the ring. Please don't lose the ring. Did you lose the ring? My mom trusted me and my brothers when we all had girlfriends around the time we grew up. I'm thinking, do you mean this in like a yay? Or like, damn, she didn't trust me beforehand? I'm thinking you mean this as a, your mom did started trusting you, like with your own decisions afterwards. So that's a yay. And then she drowns him for inheritance fraud.
And so the water was up to my chest, and Daniela is jumping on top of me and splashing me, and the whole time I'm keeping my hand pressed down on my shorts, and I'm thinking, don't lose the ring, please don't lose the ring. I was so terrified.
Please don't lose the ring. I spent 10K on this, bro.
We got out and the ring was still there. And so I told Daniela that we should go on a walk. And as we're walking, my heart is just pounding because of how nervous I was. But finally, I worked up the nerve to get on one knee and propose. And then I told her.
And then she said no.
This is going to be a big moment for our lives. We're moving in together. And so I feel like this is the right time. Will you marry me? And she actually said yes.
Yay!
The next day, we drove 20 hours from Florida to Austin to finally start our lives together.
20, Jesus.
Then reality set in.
We quickly found out that living together was not going to be easy. It didn't take long for Daniela to figure out how much I needed to learn. Like, I don't know how to explain to you guys how much of a child I was back then. I had to learn a ton about cleanliness and organization. I didn't know how to...
I mean, yeah, if you never learned that shit, you know?
use the dishwasher or the washer or...
Okay, come on, it's not that hard. Bro, it's everything has instructions. It's not that hard. You put the thing in and then you turn it the fuck on. It's not that hard.
About basic finances, and my sleep schedule was crazy. Daniela had to basically give me a crash course on adulthood. But we were both going through a lot during that time. At that point, my channel was sort of in a decline because there wasn't a new game that I was into and things were
What are the breadsticks, Moldy?
Kind of stale. And so I didn't necessarily have a direction of where I wanted to take my content. And Daniela wasn't feeling super passionate about the job that she had. Like, she was just going to work until she could go back to school. So we were both searching for what was going to come next, but we weren't sure what that was going to be. But we kept each other motivated and pushed each other forward by keeping a daily routine. I'd start my stream after Daniela left for work, and I'd stream all day until she came back home. And once she was home, we'd spend some time together. It was super chill. I had my thing, Daniela had her thing, and it was great. But literally everything changed when Fortnite. And obviously, I didn't know how big it was going to be at the time, but I did see the potential of it, and I liked playing it. Pretty soon, the game started to pop off, and then my channel began to pick up more traction.
Danke, viewers. Jesus.
And before I knew it, Fortnite was completely consuming.
9K viewers, and he's like, his channel's declining. I mean, okay, now it's back on the rise, but like, bro,
my life. Like, it was a crazy time for Daniela and I, because while Fortnite was blowing up, we got married. And so now I had to maintain a marriage during the craziest time of my life. And that was super hard because we were literally working all of the time. We were both getting up at like 6 a.m., working all day, and then going to bed. And that was our lives for like 8 months straight. And what made it worse was that we never really got to spend time together. And when we...
I mean, it's really not that hard to just turn off your PC for a couple hours and spend time with your significant other. I mean, if you both work at the same time, that you already live together, like make like time like an hour.
We were way too exhausted to even do anything. So we both had a thought. If we both are spending all our time working, why not find a way to do that together? And so Daniela established Oni Studios to help support us, to make sure our hard work didn't go to waste, and to give us more time together.
It's amazing to see all the things that we've accomplished, and it's all because we supported each other and never lost sight of our dreams.
I mean, that's cute, but I also think it's a little bit of a skill issue, not being able to organize your time better to spend time with your significant other while you're already living together. I'll be honest, I might be a little bit ignorant, but I mean, Hexagon was living with me for quite some time while I was doing streaming things. It's not that hard.
And that's why I'm so thankful to have Daniela in my life. And I'd retell that story any day. Thank you so much for watching. Some of you...
But overall, it's a really cute story. I think it's really wholesome. Overall, very, very wholesome. Here's the link. Here's the link, chat. There is the link. Overall, very wholesome, and very happy that it did work out in the end for those two. That's very nice. I mean, absolutely no offense, but the size difference is big. Size difference? Oh, you mean like in like channel views? Yeah, still. It's still... You don't work 24 hours. Or like, and even you don't just work all freaking day. Like, this is about self-discipline. Like, it's not as simple, right? But it's as simple as like literally like planning out your days properly too. Like, you don't need to work the entire day and then just sleep. Of course, it's different, yeah. Like, more responsibilities, more sponsorships, more other shit that needs to be handled, of course. But at the same time, I have an idea about how it works. And how it can work. And I don't mean this in any offense either. I just think it could have definitely been done better. Like, they didn't need to create an orc or whatever they made. But it's great that they did and it works out and that they're happy with them. I'm just saying that they could have probably made it work before that too. Is what I mean. Again, I don't mean to be like ignorant or anything. Maybe that didn't. Maybe I am ignorant. And I do know that social media, that streaming jobs literally make you always think about working. I do know that much. But yeah, working like that is a pretty common thing in the US. Maybe it's a US thing then. Yeah. Oh well. Well, apart from that, I guess that's that for this video. Thanks for watching.